today we are again, going to have some questions on JavaScript. I will try to cover some of the very common, very simple questions in JavaScripts, which are very common and most of the time they are asked. So let me quickly write and create a folder here. So JS programs. Okay. So let's say I create one function which is called reverse string. So let me close all this. So reverse strings dot js. So what is reverse string? So in JavaScript, I always try to follow an approach which is kind of TDD. So let me do like console dot log, and then I will write my method reverse string, and over here I'll just pass, let's say, hello as my string, and I need to reverse it, right? So you see this method which I have written in console.log. So now I need to um, create this method. So I can create this method function, and then this is reverse string uh, str, and then over here. So what we can do? So now you will learn very simple way, and most of the time, most of the common methods which are very popular in JavaScripts, and one should definitely use and understand. Okay, so split. Okay, so I do str dot split, and I want to split my first given string, into by spaces. So I do this. So what will be the output of this? This will take the string hello and make an array of characters. And then once you have an array of characters, I would apply reverse function just to reverse all the characters and in an array. And then once all the corrections in the array are reversed, what I will do, I will again use my split. I would like to use join because I want to join all the elements in an array which are already reversed, and delimiter is space. So now if I run this, cd js, okay, so cd dot dot clear cd js hyphen programs. All right. So now if I run this node reverse, so you see here console.log. Okay, so I need to save it actually and then run it again. So you see OLLEH, this is printed. So this is very simple. We used split method to split the string into array of characters, and then we use reverse method to reverse the array, and then we using join method to join the array. All right. So let me go and quickly create the other program which is also very common, ask most of the time. So it's called factorial dot js. All right. Factorial dot js. What is factorial? So factorial is a mathematical concept wherein, let's say, if your number is 0 and or the number is 1, for any number, it's always going to return you 1 as a factorial, or all in other cases, it should return you all the number. Let's say you pass 5. So 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 is multiplied by 1 is the answer. So factorial, right? Again, I would say console.log factorial, and over here I, let's say, pass 5 as my factorial. Now I have to define a method. So function factorial, and this method takes my number n, and now what it will do, uh, it will definitely should do something like this: return n. I'm using not using here an iterative approach, but you can do iterative approach also. Like whatever number you are in, just do a reverse loop till 1 and then multiply all the numbers in a variable and then return that variable. Or you can just play around with something recursion. So I'll write factorial n minus 1. All right. So this is going to do in a recursive way, but we also have to return for all subsequent small I would say cases. So if this is the termination condition that we have to give, if n equal to 0 or n triple equals to 1, In that case, we are always saying we will return this as 1, or else return this, right? So yeah, what is this case? The base case where the factorial is 1, this is the termination condition, because the recursion will always keeps on doing this, right? But you have to have a terminatory condition which should break the recursion at some point. So this is the condition line number 2. So it will all return 1 in case of 0 and 1, and then all other cases it will go into the stack and do n into factorial n minus 1. All right, let me run this. Node factorial.js, it is 122 because 5 multiplied till 1 is 122. Okay, so next question is we will do Fibonacci series. Fibonacci.js. All right, Fibonacci. So what is Fibonacci? So Fibonacci series, it's a very common problem which is asking most of the interview questions. So Fibonacci is like you start with 0 and then you go to 1, then 1 plus 0 is 1, then third number will be 1, then 1 plus 1 is 2, so then it will 2, then 2 plus 1 is 3, then 3, and then 3 plus 2 is 5. So this way it will increase. Okay, so now I'll write console.log and I will write Fibonacci, and in this I will, let's say, pass 5 as my number, and then I need to define my method function Fibonacci, and then here I have my number n, and then what I am going to do, this is important. So over here, let me do this time by simply having an iteration. So I will initialize my Fibonacci array, which is 0 comma 1. This is the default because 0 comma 1 will always be going to be the numbers in any Fibonacci series that you want, because let's say even you pass 0, you should always expect 0 comma 1 as a default. uh okay, so now for let I is equals to 2, I less than n, I plus plus, and then what we are going to do, fib of I, and we are kind of doing this in a simple way, n minus I minus 1, this is number before that, and then plus fib of I minus 2. All right, so every time at every single position we are multiplying the previous two, we are adding the previous two sums. Okay, so 0 plus 1 is 1, then 1 plus 1, that is why how you so the output of this is would be 0 comma 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3, right? Because it will start with 0 comma 1, then these two will be added, 1 plus 1, that's why you're taking 2 every time, right? Then 1 and 2 will be 3. So now if I run this, let me save it, node Fibonacci JS, and then all right, so I did not return, so that's the reason why the answer is return fib. And now if I run this, here we go. Okay, so let me have another question which is also very popular and very basic. It's called palindrome. Okay, palindrome. So console.log, and there we say is palindrome, and let me pass any number here, I mean any string here, which let's say um, a man, a plan, a canal, PANAMA, but whatever it is, like, right? So if you see this number, this string, sorry, I don't know why number is coming in. If you see this string, you start a man, a plan, a canal, Panama. So if you read it from the back, a man, man, a PLAN, plan, a CANAL, canal, and like this. So both front and back, so they are same. So whenever two strings are palindrome, it means those two strings, they should be same when you read it from the beginning to the end, or back from the back to the beginning, right? So those two strings are palindrome. So for example, you have ABA. So this is a palindrome string because ABA you read from the front to the end and or back to the front, it always going to be the same. So what is the logic, right? Function is palindrome, and then I pass my string, and then I go into the method. Okay, what is say? I will again use some of the very basic thing. So let's say the requirement is you have to just ignore the case, like, or let's say you need to make it very simple. Okay, so let's say I just said ABA. Okay, and I want to just return if it is palindrome or not. So return. What I will do, okay, so my string, which is right here, I will say this, and now I will do str dot. Okay, first I will split by blank this, and then I will do reverse because that's what I have to do, and then I will again join, and then join by spaces, and I just need to say this spelling is wrong. All right, and now if this returns true, we are all good. Okay, so node palindrome.js, this is true. And if I just add one more here character and run it again, it is false. So this is palindrome. Let's say if you have to do some case sensitive ness in the palindrome. So what you can do is, uh, yeah, so we can always have some regex in place, right? So for regex, I will try to have one of the, uh, video wherein I will try to explain you what is palindrome. Okay, so moving to the next question, which is find a missing number in array. All right. So we'll cover 5 questions and then we will cover more questions in other videos. Find missing number.js. All right. So console.log, and there I would say find missing number, and I just passed an array, let's say here 1 comma 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8. Okay, so 3 is missing, you see, and now I have to find that 3. How uh, optimized way we can just find this number is what we have to do. Okay, so now let me define the function find missing number, and there we have our array coming in. All right, and now what we have to do, there is, let's say if the question is like this, we have all numbers in order and you know the size of the array. So what you can do, because you see here only 3 is missing and the size of the array is 1 2 3 4 5 6, there are 6 elements, total size 6, and numbers are also kind of matching to your indexes of the array, right? So we can just use simple formula which we have done in the maths, like total sum of an of an array which has elements, n elements, that all in 1 2 3 1 to n, like n starting from 1 to n, the maximum value. So total sum would be is um, total sum is equals to n into n plus 1, okay, divided by 2. So this is the total sum, and this is const. Okay, so this is the total sum, and now we know the length of the array is array dot length, length, plus 1. Okay, so this is the length of the array. Now if I say const array sum, okay, what is the sum of the array? So for finding the array sum, what we can do, array dot reduce. Okay, and there I can simply do sum and then let's say num for every single number, and then I can say sum plus num, and this is 0, the default value. I mean, this is a very common syntax if you check anywhere, how in JavaScript we can just calculate the sum of an array. So this is where you use reduce method, right? You reduce method will turn everything you have in an array with whatever expressions you are trying to do. So sum n number. So sum will be, something where you keep on accumulating the total sum, and number will be the, every single element. So sum plus sum, and then again sum will be updated, but initialize, the sum always will be initialized with 0. All right, so this is this, and now the math says that we must return total sum minus array sum, right? Why so? Because this is the math. This will give you all the sum for all the numbers which starts from 1 to n, and this is giving you the array sum. So there should be one number over here which is not here in the addition. So if I do node, all right, there is something wrong. So let me quickly check. Okay, let's define this one step above because that is needed. All right, so it says 0. So which is wrong. I need to check why. So total sum is equals to n plus 1 by 2. N is equal to array dot length plus 1. Array sum is equals to this sum plus num comma 0. Return total sum minus array sum. All right. So there is something wrong, which I don't know why, but yeah. Let me quickly check what's wrong here. What is the total sum? Total sum is 28. What is the array sum? Okay, so array sum is also, for some reason, it is coming as 28. But how? 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, so I think 3, 3, 6. So yeah, we have just done a small mistake here. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 3, 7, 8. So let me add 3 also. And let's make 5 as, the missing number, because now it is matching to exactly what is expected. So you see here, the output is 5, right? So yeah, that's how it works. So I hope you understand, I hope you understand the basics of very basic programs. I see you in another video. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.